Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Let's Chat. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some self-reflection. But before we get into all that noise, I want to introduce yet another special guest to the series, Mr. Tyler Fish. Thank you for joining me.
Eli, it's very good to be here. I have a little bit of a cold going on, but it's, you've asked me to do this for a while.
Going back to, I want to say season 2, I had the thumbnail for you ready and everything.
Wow.
I think the picture I used in particular was where you were, rocking the man bun in the suit for, plays and stuff.
I should have sported that tonight. I apologize.
It's, your man bun's at the dry cleaner.
I just rolled out. Hang on. Should we do this? Here, let's put the hair up. Can we do this?
Put the hair up? Yeah.
Let's do this. All right.
Okay.
Hang on.
I just want to ask, how you been doing other than a sinus infection kind of kicking your butt?
Pretty good. Staying busy. I'm reading the script right now for, I've already read it twice, but I'm working on the script for House of Blue Leaves, which is coming out, I guess. Is that the name of it? That's the name of it.
House of the Blue... Well, you're in it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's coming up. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening right now. Hang on, Eli. Let's get this down. All right.
Someone's got the giggles tonight.
I do. This is fun. Anywho, life is good. Let me just say right now, after a long time coming and sitting on this for a little bit of time.
Hot minute, yeah.
It's been a while, and I am now ready for a nice, long, hot, steamy...
Where is this going?
Shat.
Oh, do you need to go up again?
I rather... No, I need it.
You're not doing it right now, are you?
No, I'm not. But
well, is this our small talk? Is this?
This is no small potatoes. But
I think this has been the best start to a Let's Chat episode yet.
This is. I agree.
I'll just do the intro over again. Hello and welcome back, humble viewer, to another episode of my little Let's Chat series. And sit back and relax and get ready for some self-assessment and reflection. But before we get into all that nonsense, I am joined today by my good buddy, Mr. Tyler Fish. Thank you very much for joining me for this first episode with you, with our very first take right here.
Mr. Parker, it is my pleasure and privilege. I know it's been a long time coming. I don't want to mess this up. There's been several people on this platform, on this show, that I admire, respect, and hold dear, and I am honored.
And one of them's the host.
That's right. Eli, you amaze me.
Oh. Anyway, I want us to do a big old deep dive into you today. Specifically, I want to explore the passion of the fish. Because when I pitched you topics you would want to cover for this, because I already had an idea in mind, but you yourself said, aspirations and passions, which is what compelled you, or drew you to that.
Well, let's face it, these are passionate times. We could use a little bit more passion, though, in terms of love and creativity.
No, I thought you had more there, but no, you're absolutely correct.
I'm just saying, yes. I think as a human being, I'm drawn to, what draws other human beings, what motivates them, what ignites them to pursue things, creative endeavors and thoughts and ideas, and whether that be, writing, or painting or whatever, filmmaking. I always wanted to be an artist when I was growing up, to some degree and stuff. My uncle was an artist, and my mother's into interior design, stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And I was always really big on entertainment and stuff. In my household and stuff, there's always a TV on. I was one of those American homes. I always had a television on in the background. I probably watched way too much TV, But my family's always life's very busy. When you sit down and watch a show or a movie or something, everybody's immersed in that.
Mm-hmm.
Or a play, everybody's, the stage commands attention. And I think it's kind of neat how everybody can. We all have different insights as human beings, but for people to focus on, one specific,
No, I agree,
Yeah.
and I would even go further because, of course, passion, I think, resonates a lot with the artistic entertainment industries and communities, of course. Mm-hmm. But I think that can even apply just to your day-to-day. I kind of see it as, if you're doing something you're passionate about, that's kind of where you're utilizing your fullest potential. And that can apply to any field or industry or even hobby, like people in the medical industry. I'm sure, to an extent, many of them are passionate about that, or heck, even accounting or retail, just whatever they're in. Just as long as they're passionate about it, they're kind of meeting what they believe is their full potential.
Absolutely. Everybody needs an outlet.
Exactly,
You know, it's healthy. You can't just just go to school and that's it, and go to work and that's it, and sleep and eat. Like you need something to challenge us, to like help us, keep growing and developing.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's just important not to grow stagnant in life, period, and to stay stimulated and motivated and driven and focused, and life is a balancing act, so it's a lot of times hard. The older we get to find time to do things we love. Because I just had a birthday recently, and I'm like, man, like I am keeping myself busy.
That's good.
And stimulated, and just I have projects coming up this year that are very exciting, and hopefully I get into some more stuff. Part of the reason why I do things sometimes is to prove myself wrong, that I actually am capable of doing. That I can do something.
You would say you're a jack of all trades, because like, was it last season for Flashback? You did all the graphics for their posters, didn't you?
Oh, I did. That was a tremendous honor.
He forgets how talented he is.
No,
he's so humble.
Flashback has been honestly life-changing the last couple of years. Since I've been involved, every experience has been different, and I've been involved now for like 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, and I have been thrilled to do some graphic art design stuff with them, and with some other people, some great talented artists, involved right now. It just keeps getting bigger and better, hopefully. So it's
not sponsored, by the way.
No, we love our friends at Flashback.
We do.
They're 11 seasons.
They're good people.
11 years.
Long time, that's for sure.
It's huge. I wanted to be all kinds of things. I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Are you good at any of those things?
No. No, but I need to start practicing things, I guess. Holy life. So, I've always been obsessed with movies, huge film buff and stuff. But like in the 90s, I remember like getting a VHS tape one day of like I had like these movies that had like behind the scenes features on them, and bonus content is kind of new. You kind of watch a thing like the making of The Wizard of Oz, or I had one about the making of Jaws, or like the making of the original Planet of the Apes saga. And I would watch these things on DVDs and stuff. When DVD came out, it was like a whole other ballgame of bonus features you could watch. And I started to become just as obsessed with the making of movies as I did the movies themselves, and the people behind making those movies, the filmmakers and storytellers. And that's when I kind of got to register, like, you could actually, that's somebody's job to make that happen, And I always loved movies. Like as a kid, I used to want to be an artist, like for Mad magazine.
Oh, really?
I thought I used to read that all through grade school and stuff, in middle school, and I thought, well, that's a great job to go watch a movie in the cinema, drive home, and spoof it, basically, make fun of it, draw it, and even as a young kid, I knew that wasn't something that happened close to where I was. Most kids, I think, in rural areas kind of aspire and dream about being someplace where things happen and stuff, and opportunities. When I was 17 in high school, there was flyers for acting and talent classes, or talent classes in Lexington for like 6 months or something like that, and I got a paper. Every other week I was going, while I was still in high school, going to Lexington and Cincinnati to train in acting and stuff. And I actually I will give a shout out to this guy to Los Angeles for my first time to compete for representation for an agent. His name was Tim Waldrop, and he was a big name, like he in the community. He's well known. Like he's a acting coach, and he's been an actor for years. And flew out to Los Angeles for a week, and missed a week of high school to do that. And
that's a good week to miss.
Yeah. I tell my friends to tell everybody, if they ask where I was, tell them I was in the Peace Corps. When that was over, I actually did get representation by 3 or 4 agencies.
Oh, wow.
In Los Angeles, but I graduated high school when I came back like 3 months later. And I had to sit down with some family and like, well, you gonna go to college, you gonna go to work, kind of thing. And of course, I just kind of put it all in the back burner. And I ended up going to working and going to college. So as you do. So
like on top of acting, you said that even as a kid you were drawn to just cinema as a whole. Would you ever take on like directing or script writing?
Well, directing would be a huge thing, because you're doing kind of helping everybody do everybody's job.
Yeah.
I would love to try that, like before, if it was the right project, and I was very, again, passionate, I would totally see what I could scope out with that. But like right now, I think more than a director, I'd be like a cinematographer and try to help somebody find their vision, and then maybe I might be brave enough to like.
So like doing camera work,
Oh,
like
yeah.
itself. Have you dabbled any of that?
No.
Oh.
I mean, Instagram's about as much fun as I have with it.
You know, I feel like, cause like I feel like I have a vision, but as far as like photography, I have some videography experience, but like with like an actual camera, like especially if it's like a industrial film grade one, very ignorant of. I feel like give me a couple of filming for dummy books. I might be able to tackle it.
I think I own an acting for dummy book.
Oh, that one's fun to read, though.
It's not
Acting for dummies. That sounds like it'd be.
I've
fun
got
to
a
read.
few books that I need to probably reopen and revisit just to see what I've forgotten.
Well, it's definitely cheaper than other alternatives because, like, I feel like acting is one of those fields you can kind of, I guess some fields you can kind of go into without necessarily a degree, and acting being one of those. Of course, it helps. Because, like, I almost went to school for acting, funny enough, like, an actual college, like, Asbury University.
You're a wonderful performer. You're a fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
You were in the first show I ever saw, Flashback.
Really? Oh, yeah, the Ladies Not for Burning. That's
yeah.
right. That was... Because I was more so used to, like, the background goofy roles. And that was legit my most serious role I've ever done.
You're
like, for there to be, like
fantastic.
a minor romance and, like... my character was the only one that played that was in every scene, too. And I don't know, that was like, I've never had that many lines, that much interaction, so that was like a big role. And that was my first role with Flashback, too.
That's huge. That was me. That's me for Brother Wolf. That was the first show where I couldn't go behind stage and cheat.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's my line. Because I couldn't. I was always on stage, like
Yeah.
80.
And they were singing, too. That would be a problem for me.
What a challenge. So Brother Wolf, what a blessing that show was. You know, I almost backed out of it because I was going through a very hard time personally. You know, like in terms of I just lost my father.
Mm-hmm.
He just passed away, and the last thing I felt like doing was performing in a show. But it ended up being very healthy and very positive.
That's good.
And I ended up, you know, in my way dedicating it to my dad in a sense, you know, because my dad was aware I was going to do the show, and I was so proud of the work that we'd all done and stuff, and the cast and the musicians and it was it's one of those shows that, you know, I grew up, you know, learning about Beowulf and doing an Appalachian take on it that was really original and really cool and represented, it had some kind of representation for our own culture in there, you know, the bluegrass and the hymns and family, because everybody's kin to somebody here, you know?
Yeah. You throw a rock, you're more than likely going to hit your cousin on the back of the head.
True.
I don't know. It's like, are you still working that one job where it was like you were inhaling gravel and tearing up boots?
That job's over.
Oh, okay. What are you doing now? Cause
working at Team Modern.
Oh, really? I heard that's a good place to work
It's
for.
not
then.
bad. It's not bad. I just
better than the other thing I described.
I just started recently, and it's funny. Jimmy, my supervisor, great guy. He's you know, he's like he's the boss. It's his passion to be a filmmaker. And
Really?
he's just now getting the gumption to. He just started writing his own script, his first script, and all of us been so supportive, and it's just never too late to embark on your passions.
But I'll throw in my 2 cents just about passion in general, because like I feel like in this day and age, especially around here, of course you want to have your outlets like creatively, of course. Especially like for me, I'm a creator. You're a creator, of course.
Yes.
But then it's like it's
I
all
feel
about
more creative being around your creative presence.
Oh wow, well I'm flattered because I'm about to go be a downer because like time management and prioritization kind of gets in the way of that. I would do like plays and stuff kind of as regularly as I could, like with Flashback. I did like a back-to-back with them, funny enough. But then like it started causing like conflicts in my relationships and just in my day-to-day with work and stuff. So I kind of like I've limited to like I'll do like maybe 1 production a year, and that'll be like at the college. And like this year it's just a 1-day thing, so I can definitely do that. But like I do of course miss doing all the creative stuff, and that's probably kind of why I'm bringing this back, is because I just need my creative outlets. I do want to write something, and I still like writing, of course, and love acting, but I feel like it's kind of hard to do that in these days.
Oh, it totally is, yeah. Creative people have a certain discipline in themselves, you know, where like, you know, it means more than anything to do something, but it is a balance too, and you know, it's important that no matter how busy life gets, to surround yourself with encouraging people who, you know, want to, you know, see you do your work as badly as you do. We've all got to do what we got to do to, you know, pay the bills and stay healthy and fed and you know, just and take care of ourselves. But we just got to seize the moment. You know, it's easier said than done, but you know, every day is another chance to do that thing you didn't do that's driving you. You know, so Hopefully.
Mic drop. Legit, I think we can keep going, but like I don't think we can top that. Though.
I think we should just keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Oh, but no, I think we do have to wrap it up there. Unfortunately, but of course I want to bring you back. I kind of want to reel you back in. That would have been such a good pun.
Hurts
But
just
anyway,
thinking about it.
at least I got you hooked. Before I wrap up here, I just have one final question.
Yes, sir.
Tyler Fish, any relation to Albert Fish?
God, I hope not. It reminds me of, what's that McCartney song? We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. Is
that who they refer to?
We're so I hope not. God.
What if you did like one of those ancestry things? It's like, yeah, he's actually your great uncle.
It sounds like a Spinal Tap drummer, like mystery best left unsolved, really kind of thing.
Well, he probably had a thing for spines, so. But anyway, you heard it here, folks. No relation to Albert Fish. Have a good support system and do what you're passionate about. I think those are the key points there. But anyway, it's time to wrap up here before the gas leak gets even worse. I'd be passionate if you like, comment, subscribe, even though you probably won't do that. But Tyler's awesome. I like to think I'm pretty awesome. You guys are awesome. The world can be awesome sometimes, but who knows?
We're working on it.
We're trying. But like that is a wrap.